Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is the one. This is our big break. It is.
Oh, it's you, Dan. Sorry.
Yeah.
What'd
you say?
Start.
It's SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, brought to you by Tim Hortons. It was the division finals in the CFL on Sunday. We began our day in Regina, the site of the West Final. Did we stay for the game?
People were asking us all weekend. They'd see us around Regina. We like to get out. You guys staying for the game? No, we're flying back to Scarborough.
Why? Because we had to work.
Yes, man. We're happy to do it because we were happy to host the show. We love our show, and we love to show you, of course, the opening pack of the show is the West Final. From Regina, where Dan and I just were, and we had Cody Fajardo on our live podcast. What a beauty he was. Back after suffering that oblique injury in practice October the 30th. Charleston Hughes, we met him on Friday. He took away that Bomber fan's toque. Zach Collaros. Rider fans don't like him as much. Playing against the team he started the season with. Finds Darvin Adams here. Deep ball, extra yardage. Hughes actually hits Collaros late and got a roughing the passer penalty. Collaros hobbling, he'd be okay. A couple plays later, Collaros to Kenny Lawler. What a play. 107-yard march down the field for the Bombers. Longest drive for Winnipeg all season, and they were up 10-1. Fajardo playing through that oblique pain, down 7 in the third quarter. Looking for Winston Rose. Actually, he wasn't looking for Winston Rose. He was picked off by Winston Rose. He plays for the other team. And Rose gets loose and nearly runs it all the way back to the house. That would lead to a Bombers field goal and put them up 17-7. But late fourth is where it got really interesting. Bombers up 20-13. They're punting on third down. And check this for the Riders. They fake out all of the oncoming rushers. Nick Marshall wide open, and he's going to get a massive return. Marshall will take it all the way inside the Bombers' 40. So just over 2 minutes to play. Riders on the doorstep. Third and goal. They're going to try to punch it in. Fajardo is stuffed. Huge play from Mike O'Shea's D. But after a Bombers 2 and out, Fajardo and the Riders had a chance once again.
To stay alive. She is
Chris Cuthbert on the call. Kyron Moore with a game-saving grab off the corner's fingertips. 11 seconds to go now. Second and goal. Fajardo.
second to goal. Fajardo.
Nearly picked again. It's incomplete.
Alexander.
One last play. Third and goal.
Need a touchdown. Well, Winnipeg's headed to the cup. Fajardo end zone off the upright dead ball, and the Bombers have won the Western Final.
Cody Fajardo had more wide open right up the middle. It's off the uprights to end the game and end the season for the Riders. Mike O'Shea and the Bombers are off to the Grey Cup. 2013, the final in a wild CFL West finish. There it is. Riders had a season-high 4 turnovers. In the regular season, they set a club record with only 25. So with that Bombers win, that ends a 5-year winning streak by the home team in the West Final. Winston Rose is that 61-yard return. That wasn't even his longest of the year for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Here is Cody Fajardo on that final play of the football game.
The crossbar is 80% air, 20% iron, and I hit it. And it's a pretty sick feeling in my stomach. That's probably one of the craziest endings I've ever had, and I think people have ever witnessed. I just remember hitting that thing, and the stadium was complete dead silence, and I can just hear the echo of the iron when the ball hit it, and just it was just a rush of emotions there.
Oh, it means a lot. You know, you get there early in your career, you think you're going to get back every year, and sometimes it doesn't happen, and just really grateful for that.
East final had the Eskies taking on the Tabbies. Dane Evans making his first career playoff start. Took over for Jeremiah Masoli in July. Masoli tore his ACL. Edmonton looking to become the first crossover team to reach the Grey Cup. First quarter, Eskimos down 3. CJ Gable up the middle. Ball's out. Ball's out. Frankie Williams recovers for Hamilton. Takes it to the Edmonton 30. Eskimos turn the ball over on their first 2 possessions of the game. Led to a rushing touchdown for Hamilton. 13-0 after 1. Second quarter, Trevor Harris to Vars Daniels. Nice move, takes it in for a 21-yard touchdown, cuts the lead to 6. Brandon Banks led the CFL in every major receiving category in the regular season. He's the East finalist for MOP.
I necessarily expected all of this.
And I'd say for good reason.
To play as a receiver, but never really expected the level of success that he's had.
Evans down that far rail, looking deep. Wow, catch! Oh, magnificent! Can you believe that catch? 100% spectacular.
Money in the banks.
Money in the banks. Ridiculous catch from Banks as he's falling to the ground. A 47-yard strike. Hamilton up 10 at the break. Third quarter, Edmonton, they're in field goal range. Harris's pass is tipped and intercepted by Justin Tuggle. Second pick of the game for Harris. Eskimos down 2 scores, heading to the 4th. 8 to go in the football game.
Operating now. Trying to dial it in some more. That's caught again. Brandon Banks putting on a show.
That's right, Rod Black. Banks, spectacular grab. Finished with 100 receiving yards and a touchdown. Evans threw for 386 yards. Guess who was there? Those are his parents. 3 plays later. Backup QB David Watford punches in his second rushing touchdown of the game. The Tabbies finish a perfect 10-0 at home this season. They advance to the Grey Cup for the first time since 2014. Rookie head coach Lando Steinauer, he is not touching that trophy. The Tabbies victorious at home. Home teams won the last 6 Eastern Finals. In fact, the last road team to win one, Hamilton, in 2013. Edmonton allowed the fewest pass yards in the league this season. Evans passed for an average of 333 per game against them. The rest of the league averaged only 212. Let's hear from Banks.
Last year, you know, obviously was cut short for me, and obviously I wanted to be there with my teammates, but it was what it was. But, you know, this year, I definitely playing with an extra chip on my shoulder, but my goal is just to get to the Grey Cup with the opportunity to win.
I just know from my angle that when he caught it, it was one of the best catches I've ever been a part of. And my man laid out, made a great freaking catch, and sparked us again. And you know, when you're a legend and when you're a big-time player like that in these games, somehow the ball just finds a way to get to you, and you find a way to make the fantastic plays. And I'm just trying to feed him.
You know what? In Claros' first season in Hamilton in 2014, led the Tabbies to the Grey Cup. They lost to Calgary, still passed for 342 yards and a touchdown. The Bombers haven't won the Grey Cup since 1990. Ticats haven't done it since 1999. 107th Grey Cup. We have it for you. Countdown to kickoff starts at 6 Eastern. Full coverage, though, begins with the pregame at 1 Eastern. Start planning your chili now.
And the Grey Cup is in Calgary. The Stampeders won't be in it, nor will the Flames. It's impossible. They play in a different league, the NHL, where they've had a rough week. One of their best defensemen collapsed on the ice in practice Thursday. Saturday, they were shut out by the Coyotes by a goaltender who at one point threw their star forward, Matthew Tkachuk, to the ice. Then on Sunday, they had to take on the Golden Knights and Ryan Reeves, who leads the league in hits. And in the first period, shoves captain Mark Giordano off his feet. By the way, it's Reeves' 600th career game. And then he steamrolls Michael Frolik. He is just a big guy from Winnipeg. A big boy from the peg. Let's flash back to last season. Flames Golden Knights, Matthew Tkachuk, Marc-Andre Fleury mixing it up. Exchanging words. Golden Knights won that one. Second period of this one. Tkachuk and Fleury meet again. Tkachuk falling on Fleury in a similar fashion.
Falling down and making sure.
And then Fleury pets him on the head. A little pat on the head.
That is a very
There it is.
Underrated
Let's get a little glove muck on that mane.
Was so good at that. Well, right now they
Doggy
have
on
2
skates.
minutes. So
You got skate dog. Skate Dog would be a good Crave TV series. Third period, Flames passing play. Giordano gets a great look at the open cage. Flurry toe save. He made 34 saves in this one. William Karlsson to Max Patch's Pacioretty beats Cam Talbot, 8th of the season. Golden Knights snap a 5-game losing streak, 6-0 the final.
The focus of the NFL was on Baltimore Sunday for the Texans and Ravens, yes, because it was Deshaun Watson versus Lamar Jackson, 2 electric quarterbacks that combined for 854 yards and 8 touchdowns last time they met. 3 years ago in college. Now, they're front runners for the MVP. They finished 1-2 in Heisman voting 3 years ago. First quarter, Watson, great protection, looking end zone for DeAndre Hopkins. Throws this up. Now, you be the judge. There is no flag on this play. The Texans challenge for pass interference. Yeah, I see why. Hopkins got dragged down. The no call was upheld. Hopkins tweeting, "We need someone new in New York deciding the call." He tweeted it after the game, not during. 0-0 second quarter, Ravens in the red zone. Jackson to a leaping Seth Rabbits. Caps a 10-play, 90-yard drive. Late second quarter, 14-0 Ravens. Watson, he was sacked 5 times in the first half. Jalen Ferguson takes him down here. Watson shaking up a little. Watch his leg. He didn't miss a play. In the third, vintage Lamar Jackson had 86 rushing yards, and yes, he did say Lamarkable. Also went 17 for 24 through the air with 4 touchdown passes. First Ravens quarterback ever in one season to have 2 games with 4 or more touchdowns in that game, in those games. Watson flush from the pocket, throws across his body. Not a good idea. Josh Bynes picks him off. Watson's 6th interception this year, all on the road. Watson 18 for 29 for 169 yards. Ravens blow out the Texans, and they have won 6 in a row.
What a performance by Jackson. How about a rematch of Super Bowl 52 that Carson Wentz missed with an injury? Nick Foles went on to be the MVP. Wentz here against the Patriots finds Dallas Goedert, goes down. Jonathan Jones comes up with it, so they rule it a Patriots touchback. But then they review it, and they say Goddard's ruled down, and the Eagles are up 10-0. So a nice little start here for Doug Peterson's squad. Pat's actually coming off a bye, and Tom Brady is 13-4 after a bye week. And it kind of seemed like he was coming off a bye week because he wasn't hitting anybody. 3rd straight incompletion there, settling for a field goal were the Pats. 3rd and 9 here. Brady finished the first half with 14 incompletions, and that is a career high for him. We should point out he is 62 years old. 10-9 in the third. Pats back in the red zone. That's New England's first TD of the game, and that is Julian Edelman's 2nd passing TD of his career. So the Patriots put up 17 unanswered to go up 17-10. Eagles still trailing here by that score. Wentz in his own end zone, scrambling. Somehow makes the completion. And then on the same drive, minute to go, 4th and 10. Wentz looking for Nelson Aguilar in the end zone, back of the end zone. He almost has this. In fact, he had it in his hands. For the 9th time this year, the Pats hold their opponents to 14 or less points, improving to 9-1. It's the dance move that everyone's talking about. Oh, jeez, are you all right?
I'm okay.
Dan was trying the Prescott shuffle. That's what happened, and he fell down. He's all right. Cowboys facing the Lions. Dak to Michael Gallup. Oh, he's got it. 41 yards. Gallup had 113 receiving yards in the first half. That would lead to a Ezekiel Elliott touchdown. Dallas, the NFL's top offense, 322 yards in the first half. 6-point game, 4th quarter. Prescott dumps it off to Elliott. What a great grab there by Elliott. And he gets into the end zone for the insurance marker. And the best part, does the Prescott shuffle successfully.
I love that.
By the way, Dak Prescott had 444 passing yards on Sunday. He has 841 passing yards over his last 2 games. The Bombers and Tabbies, they booked their tickets to Calgary for the Grey Cup. Rod Smith, our personal broadcast mentor, and his CFL panel will give their thoughts on the big game. That's next on Jay and Dan on TSN, Canada's sports leader. Let's head over to the Chatsky area.
Somebody pay it. Oh, I'm not even asking anymore.
Oh, we want the cameraman Glenn countdown
Yep,
clock.
asked for 3 weeks now.
Yeah, producer Tim's dropped the ball big time on that.
He do.
5 shows left for cameraman Glenn. And he's not working on this show.
Yeah, he's off this week.
Yeah, we got a couple of scrubs filling in. The thing is, guys, with the Grey Cup next weekend, we wanted to take this opportunity to announce to our crew as a surprise, we are taking the entire SportsCenter with Jay and Dan crew to Calgary for the Grey Cup. We're going to do our show there over the weekend. Yep. We should, however, just take a second to confirm with our accountant, is there room in the budget for that?
Sorry, there's no room for that. We spent the last of our money on dolls, the scary kind that are cursed.
Oh, yeah. I knew we shouldn't have done that. It seemed like a good idea at the time, the scary cursed dolls.
Poor budgeting.
Yeah. What a weekend it was, Dan. Especially when you spend the whole weekend in Regina, like we just did.
That's right. We were in Saskatchewan's capital for the final stop of our Western Canadian live podcast tour. We joined the Regina Pats of the WHL for Experience Regina Night as well.
Regina, Experience Regina, Regina.
Oh, yeah, we were able to drop the puck at the Pats game, wearing those Experience Regina jerseys.
That's the mayor out there.
And we had a special guest drop by on the Jay and Dan podcast tour.
That's right.
I gotta say, I mean, I know he's crushed now. It was a tough loss for him on Sunday. He could not have been a more gracious person, Cody Fajardo. What a nice guy.
And he delivered pizza to the stage because Saskatchewan pizza is a thing.
Yeah, specifically Regina pizza.
Yeah.
It's very unique. It's like one slice will fill you up for a week.
That's right. It's very heavy.
It's
delicious,
pizza.
though.
Very delicious. So thank you to everyone in Regina for having us. We had a great time. When we come back, NASCAR crowns their champion. Would it get rowdy in Homestead? Got rowdy in Regina. I can tell you that. Here we go. Lakers hosting the Hawks.
So we'll see if that helps him get back on track.
Fast eight, JaVale McGee swaps Jabari Parker, Danny Green, and LeBron James the other way. Kobe likes it. Then to end the half.
Oh, the Lakers tap it. Danny Green, and the Lakers get it. LeBron for 3. I'll take it. Oh, Danny Green! Throw that baby down!
You don't see that much from Danny Green. The old throwdown. You see the reaction from everybody. Later in garbage time, LeBron gets left hanging by Dwight Howard. Gives himself a high five. Hey, the Lakers are winning right now, so they'll take it. You're watching the Jay and Dan show. Everybody's doing the Prescott shuffle. Even Matty Ice. He and the Falcons up 13-zip over the Panthers. Look at this throw. Julio Jones has got it. Gain of 48. Dick Stockton on the call, I believe. Led to a Falcons touchdown. Second quarter. Panthers down 20-0. Kyle Allen, remember that incredible run he had with the Panthers? I wondered if Cam Newton would ever be back. I mean, he's not going to be back this season. Point is, Kyle Allen, the NFL's figured him out. That was his 3rd interception in the first half. Then in the 3rd quarter, second and goal, Ryan. Calvin Ridley got him. Ryan, 311 yards and a touchdown on the day. He is 10th all-time on the NFL passing yards list. 311. A favorite band of Toolsy back in the 90s.
Yeah, I like them.
Back to Allen in the 4th. Picked off by Devontae Casey.
And this Atlanta
Not a good day for the Panthers. Good day for the Falcons. I believe they've won 2 in a row now. 29-3 the final there.
Good song of theirs, Amber.
Okay, check it out, everybody, on your favorite streaming service.
After the West final, Tabby's linebacker Tony Lawrence tweeted, "Congrats, Zach Collaros. Glad to see you bounce back." It was in reference to the hit that Lawrence made on Collaros on opening weekend while he was with the Riders and left him with a concussion. Lawrence was suspended 2 games for the hit. Collaros was placed on the 6-game injured list with a concussion.
And they played together 4 seasons in Hamilton. So plenty of stories to cover, though, from Sunday back in the NFL. You know we have to get into this deeper dive. This is this segment that a lot of people have been talking about from around the National Football League and, of course, across the nation.
After the Ravens win over the Texans, QBs Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson decided to swap jerseys. Even signing each other's jerseys, Watson writing that Jackson's the best in the NFL, maybe winning a coveted award.
I wrote MVP on it for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's love. It's all respect. You know, he played well today, so, I mean, it's a lot of season love. Who knows what can happen? You know, Russell, me, Christian, Aaron, who knows? But, I mean, hey, you know, I just, you know, showing love.
I love that Deshaun Watson's very aware of all the front runners for MVP. I love that he's aware of that. Jags Colts guard Quentin Nelson lined up as a fullback, rushed in for a touchdown, and with the rest of his offensive linemen, did a keg stand for his celebration. And this is just terrific stuff. Unfortunately, the play was reviewed and the touchdown was overturned. So the celebration, I mean, it was a celebration, but it never really came to
And
be.
Jacoby Brissett said, "I hope they still can be nominated as one of the best celebrations because I don't know how they picked him up."
He was a big boy.
Yeah, big boy.
We should do the same thing to Andrew Zwarich one time after a good show. Put him up at a keg stand.
He'd have to show up to work first.
Whoa, that concludes another edition of the Jay and Dan Deeper Dive.
According to reports, former Raptors Jonas Valanciunas, C.J. Miles, and DeLon Wright will not receive championship rings. All 3 players were traded for Marc Gasol at the trade deadline in February of last season.
Why is this even something we're talking about? Why is this even a question?
Because people thought if you played any time on the team, you win an award or win a ring.
I want to say this right now. I don't like broadcasters getting championship rings. I don't like this stuff. I want it to be the players and the coaching staff and management, period. That's the end of it. You can't, in hockey, if a player gets traded at the trade deadline, does he get a Stanley Cup ring?
I don't think so.
No chance. It doesn't make sense. Why are we even talking about this? I'm sorry, they were great players for the Raps. Well, not great players, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, it's a big question for the Raptors franchise. Who gets a ring and who doesn't?
We've managed to obtain the master list of who's in and who's out, which we will now reveal in our new segment. It's time for Who Gets a Ring.
A few people do. First up, Jack and Leo. They both get rings.
See, I don't necessarily agree with this. Lisa LaFlamme, she gets a ring.
Yuppie. Unfortunately, he does not get a ring.
And the members of the band Loverboy, lead singer Mike Reno, you see him in the middle, he gets a ring. Guitarist Paul Dean does not get a ring. Tough stuff for Paul Dean.
Corey, the hot dog guy at Raptors games? No, doesn't get a ring. He knows why.
He's got a bad attitude. And finally, London, the star of The Littlest Hobo, gets a ring. Unfortunately, he ate that ring, and currently we here at SportsCenter with Jay and Dan are waiting for him to poop out that ring.
That's right, Sam. Producer Tim's on Poop Patrol.
This has been Who Gets a Ring.
Nice.
That actually clarified things for me a little bit. I feel bad about what I said before.
Coming up, after a busy day in sports, we're going to catch up with the best, catch up with the worst. It's in the Jannies, and it's next.
Oh, big surprise. Producer Tim still hasn't switched the Jannies graphic to the winter times.
Yeah, because he said he's not switching it until the first official day of winter.
Which is December 22nd or something? That's what producer Tim said to us. So again, producer Tim letting a lot of Canadians down. Brandon Banks laying out. What a catch in the East final.
Dak Prescott throws one deep. Michael Gallup battling the defender. And juggling catch makes it. Wow. Look at that. That is concentration.
Markelle Fultz. The steal, playing for your Orlando Magic, former #1 overall pick. The throwdown. Final minute of a three-point game. Hey, maybe he's back.
Return of the Mac. Marlon Mack. Look at that. Got out of that. Yeah, he's still going.
Yeah. There are a lot of potential highlight of the night candidates, Dan.
Yeah, that might be it. Into the end zone, 13-yard score.
I mean, it could be that, or it could be this. 3rd and 10 for Saskatchewan, 26 seconds left on the clock. Tipped, caught by Kieran Moore. I'll say Kieran, it's Kyron. I know.
NCAA, Wisconsin's Kobe King. Crossover and step back drills to 3. It's like the defender was on roller skates.
Let's see.
Roller skates.
Must be the ice underneath. That's what his mama
Like
did.
on another night, this might be the highlight of the night.
Great save by Fleury.
For it. Marc-Andre Fleury, part of a 34-save shutout of the Calgary Flames.
JaVale McGee, a block. LeBron James sends it to Danny Green. Green, back to LeBron. Yes, guy. Used with permission.
From Danny Green. Well, if you want to run, you better play some defense. And boy,
LeBron. It's like a re-energized LeBron.
You know what? Kayla Gray, one of our star anchors, said it. Lakers are pretty fun to watch right now. They're just a bunch of scrappy vets out there. Dwight Howard's even playing well. I mean,
You know what's fun to watch?
This show?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, this show is fun to watch.
Because the highlight of the night's coming up. We don't know what it's going to be.
Producer Tim still working on that new Winter Jannies animation.
Worst play of the day. So after the Bombers win the West Finals, Zach Claros, he's like, okay, time to go to the lock. Nope, I don't have a pass key. This guy's like, I got you, bud. Nope. Hey,
we know that guy.
Yeah, he was at
the Pats game.
Yeah, that's right.
What? What's he working at every game in Regina?
Yep.
But never really
highlight of the night time, East Final, Dane Evans to Brendan Banks. Speedy B, MLP candidate. You got to believe he's going to win it.
Yep.
He's going to the Grey Cup.
Happy to report in our You Blew It segment, we didn't blow anything, but whoever gave us the all clear, well, they blew it because, as you can see, they said, congrats, guys, you didn't blew anything. Fran, you're fired.
Francesco Pietropalo will no longer be working on SportsCenter with Jay and Dan.
Hey, Grey Cup is set. Too bad the accountant kind of put a...
I know. I thought we were finally going to get to go this year.
There's always next year.
Yeah.
Regina.
In Regina.
In 1 week time. 1 week's time. 1 week time. I corrected myself.